Welcome to the Dropping Gems con Muchos Colores podcast. I am your host, Arely Lagunas. This is an audio community where we own and share our stories as trailblazer moms, crafting a unique and meaningful work lifestyle, leading with passion, breaking barriers, and chasing bold dreams on our own terms. Celebrating our Latina motherhood voices to bring you genuine insights of the highs, the lows, and in betweens of working moms from a first gen Latina lens. We don't have to travel this journey alone. Let's get started. Welcome, beautiful souls, to another episode of Dropping Gems con Muchos Colores podcast, the first episode of 2024, and your podcast that celebrates Latina motherhood voices, where we celebrate the resilience, strength, and wisdom of moms and their motherhood journey. I am your host, Arely Lagunas. I'm thrilled to be with you as we embark on a brand new year filled with inspiration, growth, knowledge, community, and connection. I am feeling refreshed, re-energized as I took 2 weeks off in December and 2 weeks off in January to replenish, enjoy slow living, and be in a relaxed space to start the new year of 2024. This is something that I decided to do, I would say towards the beginning of Q3. I realized this is what I wanted to do, and I started planning for this rest. And I'm so grateful and blessed to be able to do this, as I had not done this in previous years. And it really made me realize that rest is essential and productive, especially if you're walking in spaces for the first time. And many of us are or will be in 2024. And so I wanted just to make sure that rest was normalized in my life. And I hope to continue to do this and choose to continue to do this for the upcoming years. End of year is often a very busy time professionally and personally. And as I mentioned, I began preparing for this break in Q3 to be able to wind down at the end of the year. I also wanted to fully enjoy the many, many celebrations I have in December. I have so many birthday celebrations in December. I literally started to budget because I want to make sure I keep up, and I want to have memorable experiences with all the December celebrations. This also includes my little ones' birthdays, my two little ones, and my parents' birthdays. I am also really grateful that this year I had the opportunity to go to my hometown in Guerrero, Mexico. This is the place that I was born 38 years ago. And I was really happy to spend a couple of days and meet my parents, as they both are now retired, for a special occasion. And this was to celebrate the life of my dear abuelita through a very traditional 9-year anniversary of her departure in my hometown in Guerrero, Mexico. I want to give a shout out to my husband because this wouldn't be possible without him staying back with the kids due to school schedules. And I was able to do a short trip to Mexico in January. I just love being in El Pueblo. I love Mexico in general, but there's something different about being in the town that you were born. And I really enjoy the calmness, the delicious food, the learning more about what is it like to live in a day-to-day aspect in living in a pueblito. I love that aspect. I love all the natural things around it. I love the pace, which is very different to here in the United States. But most importantly, I love being able to reclaim my culture, reclaim my time in the place that I was born. I was born in Guerrero, Mexico, but I only lived in the pueblito for 2 years. One additional year, I lived in Mexico City with my grandparents, my paternal grandparents, while my parents settled in the US to reunite again. This is part of the reason why my abuelitos are so special to me. Both my abuelitos, paternal and maternal. I lost my grandfathers at a very young age that I don't really have a lot of memories of them other than pictures and stories that my uncles and aunts and parents share about them to me. My paternal grandma, who we celebrated and honor her memory this month, would travel from Mexico to Chicago to visit us in the summers and also take care of us during the summer break while our parents worked. As my grandma was getting older, she stopped traveling as much, and my dad would visit her more often in Mexico. We wish we could all travel to see her every year, but traveling as a family of six was almost impossible for my working parents, and often only my dad would go once or twice a year to visit his mother, my grandma. We traveled to Mexico by road on 2 occasions as this was the most economical way. I remember I was 8 years old the first time we traveled to Mexico by road, and the other time was when I was 14. To be honest with you, I really enjoyed the road trips to Mexico because, of course, we were not responsible for driving, and the whole road scenery was just beautiful to me. And knowing that our destination was Mexico was always something I always look for. Being in Mexico allows me to cherish all the memories of my paternal grandparents, and more recently, the memory of my abuelita. It was also a full circle experience for me. As the year my paternal grandma passed away, it was also one of the most challenging years in my life, both personally and professionally. 2015, 2016 was a very challenging and pivotal year for me. To see how much growth has happened in the last 9 years, to see the reflection of my growth as a human, as an individual over the past 9 years, and the significant personal development is truly a culmination of a journey of self discovery, learning and adapting in response to life challenges, contributing to my overall growth and development in a very holistic way. The breakthrough, the resilience, the growth that can emerge from navigating life's trials and lessons and seeing it now from a calm space is worthy to feel those emotions of calmness and pride that you are no longer in that stage. You are now stronger and you're more resilient to tackle life's journey of ups and downs, and at the same time enjoying the micro moments of life. That truly is a full circle to me. With that, I want to take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey we've had in the past year collectively. Through the highs and lows, our community of resilient Latina mothers' stories has continued to shine brightly, despite the challenges that we may encounter. The stories share, the triumphs celebrated, the wins celebrated, the challenges faced, have all contributed to a combination of strength, unity, and unwavering support that I intend to create for this podcast community for the years to come. Sharing our experiences as Latina mothers fosters connection, understanding, and unity. Each story adds a gem that adds to the richness of our collective motherhood journey. I am a firm believer our stories and voices are powerful, so you will see me embracing this more in the work I do. What can you expect from Dropping Gems in the coming months? Well, let's get ready for more incredible conversations that amplify the resilience and strength of Latina mothers. We will have speaker allies that help our collective efforts to gain holistic wellness for our motherhood journey. I believe in exploring the holistic aspects of life. I believe in exploring the holistic aspects of life, from mental and emotional well being to nourishing our bodies and spirits, committed to helping you, mama, overflow your cup to experience a surplus of well being. And speaking of holistic living, let's touch upon a crucial theme for this year: rest. As I mentioned in the beginning of the episode, rest is essential. As Latina mothers, we often find ourselves juggling multiple roles, both at work and at home. It's essential to recognize the pain points that come with being a working mom and the importance of wellness and self care. Which, by the way, ladies, if you are in the Chicagoland area, we are partnering with De Mi Tierra Products to host our first quarterly event of the year to celebrate self love and wellness, hosting a facial workshop for me time, mommy time. So don't forget to join us on Saturday, February 10th, if you are in the Chicagoland area. We are also diving into wins because we often forget to celebrate our own wins. We will address challenges head on that currently exist for mothers and tap into the wisdom gained through our guests in the podcast. Our goal is to provide a space for connection, empowerment, and inspire you, mama, to prioritize your well being. Join us on this journey as we continue to spotlight Latina motherhood voices, leading with purpose, breaking barriers, and living bold dreams. Let's remember that taking care of ourselves is the first step towards unlocking our full capabilities. Thank you for tuning in into Dropping Gems con Muchos Colores podcast. To help us reach others, please leave a review, subscribe, or share your thoughts with me. I like to know which episode last year was your favorite one and why. And also, what topics you would like to hear in 2024. Send me a DM on Instagram or message on Facebook. And I really look forward to reading your comments, the things that you are enjoying in our podcast. Here's to a year of resilience, purpose, and holistic wellness. Until next time, take care and keep dropping those gems. We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to the Dropping Gems con Muchos Colores podcast. We have a new episode every month. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to leave a review and subscribe so you don't miss a beat. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.